What's going on YouTube? Uberman here. So this video is not about Uber, but this is about a company that's been around for a while. You guys may remember it from its former name, Relay Rides. The name has changed to Turo, and I've recently started renting my cars on. I've been a member of Turo for a while, even back when it was Relay Rides, and I never actually rented any of my cars. I put them on there and never rented them out. I eventually just took them all off. But I decided to give it a try, just to see what it was all about. So I've had a lot of people asking me why I bought this Sonata, and I've had a lot of comments saying a brand new car for Uber is ridiculous and it's baloney. It's not going to make any money. Well, I'm going to start off by saying that's totally incorrect. I still highly recommend, if you're going to do ride sharing, just go out and buy yourself a cheap cash car that's in good mechanical condition. Have a mechanic check it out thoroughly, or if you're a mechanic, then obviously check it out thoroughly. Get yourself a cheap cash car because you're going to maximize your profitability with something like that. But my personal preference anymore falls into these new cars. And the reason why is because they don't break down. Okay, both of my cars, I have 3 cars right now, but my 2 Hyundais, both have Hyundai Wrap, which is an extended warranty that I paid for that covers bumper to bumper on both of these cars, any problems, defects, for 10 years from the date I purchased them. And on the Sonata, it'll cover it to 143,000 miles bumper to bumper with the $50 deductible. On the Elantra, it will cover the same 10 years and 124,000 mile bumper to bumper on that, which you can't beat it. So I don't have to worry about any breakdowns or things like that as long as I keep the maintenance up on these cars. So that's why I chose to go with new cars. Now, the primary reason I purchased this Sonata was for Turo. I've had a lot of luck with the Elantra on Turo. In fact, the Elantra is rented out for over 2 months straight. That car is just, it's gone. It's not going to be here. So I got this one the day before yesterday, and I posted it on here. Figured, what the heck, right? It also is now rented out for the next 2 days. And as you can see, when you look up the cars that are available in my area, this is what you get. I am the first 2. Then we get to an older pickup, and now this is a nice one, but it's also $72 a day for a 13 Chrysler 300. Again, we've got a 13 Maxima, we've got a 15 Genesis, $73 a day. I'm thinking no, I don't know. Smart car for $25 a day, 15 Prius for $28 a day, 15 Impala for almost $60 a day, Nissan Sentra, $30 a day. So you see, here's a Lexus for $100 a day. So this is what we've got in my market. That's it. There's no more. This is all there is. I've got 2 of the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 2 of the 12 cars available in my market, and these are practically brand new cars. So my cars seem to be renting very well here. I have them available to be booked instantly, which means someone can just click it, rent it, and they don't have to wait on my response. It just, boom, it's done. You can click this and you're done. Now, what this includes, you can adjust your prices, but I choose to use Turo's dynamic pricing algorithm, which will adjust your vehicle's daily, weekly, and monthly rental price based on local conditions in your area, which helps you to maximize the amount you can get out of your car without sitting on your car and not renting it out very often. Now, this isn't for anybody. This isn't for everybody. Not everybody is going to feel comfortable renting their cars out. Personally, I don't care. These things are making me money, and that's all I care about. So I want to talk to you guys about insurance, because a lot of people are going to be sitting here going, well, wait a minute, what happens What happens if somebody messes up your car? What happens if your car's in a wreck? How does your personal insurance fit into all of this? Because this is a huge deal, right? Your personal insurance will never get involved with any incidents that you have with these cars. So, we've got right here, vehicle protection. They have 3 tiers of insurance. Basic, you will earn 85% of the entire trip price. You get $1 million of liability insurance and a maximum of $3,000 out of pocket for covered damages to your car. If you look at the asterisks down here, asterisk number 1, which is for covered damages to your car, is your car is covered up to the actual cash value of up to $75,000 for collision and comprehensive events, most comprehensive events during a trip, including theft. Asterisk number 2, $3,000 max out of pocket for any covered incident. Turo pays 20% of damage costs up to $37.50, and then 100% above that amount. So in my opinion, for my new cars, this is not acceptable. You have the standard protection right here, which you earn 75% of the trip price with the same $1 million in liability, but you have 0 out-of-pocket cost for covered damages to your car. And again, refer to asterisk number 1. Your car is covered up to actual cash value $75,000 for collision and most comprehensive events during a trip, including theft. Even for me, that's not good enough for my new cars, so I went with this. I only earned 65%, but I know that I'm covered for everything, guys. The premium is going to cost you a little more, but in the event something happens, this is where I want to be. So I get $1 million of liability still, 0 out of pocket for covered damage to your car, see asterisk number 1, which we've already gone over. You get a replacement car during the repair. It also covers normal exterior wear and tear, door dings and scratches, things like that can happen over time. Covers that as well. It also covers loss of rental income, which is great because what they'll do is they'll take an average of what you would have made, what your projected rental would have been for the time your car is in the shop, and you will get reimbursed for that. So you don't lose any money. You still have a car, and your car gets repaired, and it costs you nothing. So that's where I chose to go with vehicle protection. Now, the one question some of you might have, and I don't have an answer to it, is does this cover diminished resale value? Say your car's in an accident. I don't know if this will reimburse you for the diminished resale value due to your car having an accident on its record. I can't answer that, so be aware of that before you do this. The distances that are included, I go with the standard that Turo has already set, which is 200 miles a day, 1,000 miles a week, 1,500 miles a month. Now, the good thing about this is if they go over this amount of mileage, it charges 75 cents per day. You can make a lot of money off of that. We've got delivery and airports. Here's what I choose to do. I will deliver to my local Will Rogers World Airport for a $20 fee. Now, that $20 fee, you have to keep in mind, means you pick it up, you drop it off to them at this location, and you can expect to pick it up from that location as well. So I charge $20 for that. A guest chosen location, meaning their home address or their job or something like that, I do offer delivery to those, which is also $20 up to 20 miles from where my car is located, which is my home. I do offer a fee discount. I will deliver these cars to any of these locations for free as long as they rent the car for 5 or more days. So that's a pretty good deal there. Pricing. Here's the price of my Sonata. Okay, this is not what I earned. This is what they have the car listed for. So 36, 37, 37, all about the same. Now, I know some of you are probably sitting there going, well, that, and then you take out the fee for the insurance, it doesn't sound like a lot of money. Well, it may not sound like a lot of money, but when you consider, here's what I'm trying to do. And so far it's working very well. Let's go over to the Elantra as well so you can see what's going on over there. Hyundai Elantra. Do a pricing on this one as well. See, I've got this thing rented out. It's gone. This car is gone. But the Elantra is renting out for about the same price, $36 a day. Now, I want to show you, and I'm available 24 hours a day. I have these cars available 24/7, 365. But I want to show you financially how this is paying out for me right now. Okay, so this was my very first trip on Turo, my very first rental, and it paid out $33.80. That was for 2 days, and I know that comes out to, just over $15 a day. But guys, this is going really well. I know it doesn't seem like it's a lot of money, but the reason I'm doing this is my cars are the cheapest ones on there for the most part in order to build up a customer base that can come back later. Now, this time I rented it for 5 days, and it paid out $83.20. Again, may not seem like a lot, but I want to build that customer base that's going to come back to me for these cars in the future, and I can raise the rates a little bit as I see fit. Now, my car payments are really not that much, so when you start adding all of this up, you can rent your car out and actually pay for your payments and make a little money. Here we go right here. I've got this car rented out for, from the 10th, which is today at 2:30 p.m. to the 12th at 11 a.m. and I'm getting $60 for it. Guys, I can literally pay for all 3 of my cars and my insurance for all 3 cars just by renting out 2 of them, whenever I can. So, in my opinion, this is a pretty good deal to get in on. Here we go. Now this one's a little different. This time I've got it rented from June 17th to August 15th. So this thing is going to be gone for 2 months. My cut is $848.70. My car payment on that is $250 a month. So is this for everyone? Absolutely not. Most of you are probably not going to be comfortable with other people having possession of your car for 2 days or 5 days or whatever. I, on the other hand, I'm always out here experimenting, trying things out so that I can bring it to you and tell you what I think about it. I don't have any kind of partnership with Turo or anything. There is a referral program. It's not a lot. I don't get much of a kickback on it, but it benefits you as well as me. You'll get a better deal on renting. And if you choose to rent cars, and if you choose to rent out your car, there's a little incentive for you, and it varies as usual. It's going to vary, but there will be a link in the description if you want to sign up, if you want to give it a try. I've rented out 2 cars so far, and without a hitch. I mean, my cars came back completely fueled up. Everything was good to go. The app is very easy to use from your smartphone. And, I understand some people aren't comfortable renting out their cars. I absolutely understand that. But for me, these cars are not like beloved possessions of mine. These cars are here to make me money, however I can make that happen. So I do that with Uber. And now I'm doing that with Turo as well. So there are multiple income streams here. And it's working out great for me. The customers have been great. There hasn't been any smoking. There hasn't been any damage or anything like that. It's worked out really, really well. So at least for me, I feel that this is a great service. And let me tell you something, guys. It sure beats driving passengers around. It really does. Not that I'm going to stop. I will continue doing Uber. But this is just something else that I decided to give a try. And that is the main reason I bought the Sonata, because I had a lot of people getting really upset. Why, I don't know. It's my money, it's my car. I mean, whatever I choose to do with it is my decision, not theirs. But some people have shown, even some a little bit angry, that I purchased a nice newer car to do Uber. Well, I mean, even if I did buy it to do Uber, it's my decision, I've had some other questions. What happened to the 2017 Elantra? I thought I mentioned it in the last video. If I didn't, I gave it back. Am I upside down? No. I've got a very nice, long working relationship with this dealership. They were happy to take the car back. I got charged nothing. It didn't cost me a dime. And I got my 15 Sonata out there at a very reasonable price as well. So all is good on that front. How many cars do I own? Had a lot of people asking that. 3. I have the 15 Sonata, the 15 Elantra, and the 97 F250 with 250,000 miles on it that's not eligible for Turo. That brings me to the next point. Turo has some regulations as to what cars they do accept onto their platform. So, what cars do they accept? They only accept passenger cars legally registered in the United States, except New York or in certain provinces of Canada that are eligible for listing. The vehicles must be model year 04 or newer and have less than 130,000 miles or 200,000 kilometers. They have to have a clean, non-branded, meaning not salvaged, flood, etc. title, and a fair market value no higher than 75,000 US dollars or 75,000 in Canadian dollars. They also do accept the Tesla S and the Tesla X. They do not allow passenger vans, cargo vans, box trucks, limousines, RVs, vehicles that require special licensing like commercial CDL licensing to operate, things of that nature. So real quick, I want to go over the calendar. This is a very important aspect of the Turo system. You want to make sure that you have your calendars up to date for your vehicles. I know that earlier I said that it doesn't accept passenger vans, but I did have my Grand Caravan on here, so sometimes you might just get lucky with that. So you select your car, like your Elantra, and if for some reason you're not going to be available on like the 14th, you can mark it unavailable, and then you can choose the date that you want it to be unavailable through, and then mark as unavailable, and it'll automatically take it off the list for you. Also, you can choose hours. If, say, you don't want to rent out after 10 p.m., and between like 10 p.m. and like 9 a.m. the next day or something like that. All right, you can choose when you're available, which will say, hey, I'm available from 9 a.m. until, let's say, 9 p.m. And then you just save it, and automatically people will not be able to rent your cars during the hours that you don't want to be bothered. Now, it's also important to understand that if you have your availability open like mine, which is pretty much 24/7, and someone rents your car and you don't respond, or you don't, if you have instant book like mine where it's not required that you respond, if someone rents your car and you don't get back to them and you don't show up with the car, Turo will assess you a $50 fee for not showing up. So it's very important to make sure you have your availability down where it needs to be and your calendar is always up to date. Very, very important. And if you do it too many times, they will toss you off of the Turo system. So just to clarify, there is a feature on here called Instant Book, and I have that activated. Okay, Instant Book is where a customer can book your car instantly without you confirming the booking process. If you have Instant Book available on your car, you really need to make sure that you are available during all of the times that your car is available to rent. So that's very, very important when you're using Instant Book that you mark your calendar unavailable during times that you might be asleep, because I just had this happen this morning. Someone instant booked my car at 4 a.m. and I didn't know because I was asleep, and they assessed me a $50 fee because they booked it and I didn't show up. Now they waived that fee because it was an accident, but you can expect that they're not going to do that every time, and a $50 fee is pretty hefty. So if you're going to use Instant Book, be very, very certain to keep your calendar updated. Otherwise, you don't have to worry too much about it if someone tries to book your car. Usually there's a minimum of a 3-hour response time. Like if they rent your car at 7 o'clock in the morning, they can't really expect it to be delivered before 10. It gives you about 3 hours. So And you have to accept the trip. They have to request the trip, then you have to come back and say, I accept it. If you don't come back within a certain amount of time, the trip's automatically canceled and moves on to the next one. And in that situation, you don't get charged a $50 fee for that. So that really applies to Instant Book, or if someone requests to rent your car and you accept and then you don't show up with it, that will also assess you a $50 fee and can get you ultimately terminated from the system. So if you guys are interested, click the link in the description. Guys, it's, push the description button, pops up, and then there's the very first link will be directly for Turo. Sign up, and if you like it, don't like it, whatever, comment below. Let me know what you think. Comment to this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Be safe out there. Uber and Turo on.